I see a clear gap in this reasoning. The author says that there's economic slowdown, vacationers have limited budget, but it doesn't say that suburban hotels are cheaper. That is why they are overbooked. Please don't use the common sense that suburban hotels have to be cheaper than the downtown ones. It has to be clearly suggested. So this gap is something that needs to be filled in the argument. It's a very small reasoning. There's only one gap I see. Option 1 does that. It clearly suggests that the suburban hotels are cheaper and therefore this fills the missing link. This is a very valid assumption. So this should be the right choice. Let's look at why the others are not correct. Price is the only concern. This term only concern makes this too strong, and this doesn't have to be correct for the argument to hold. So this doesn't qualify as an assumption. Assumption is something that has to be correct. Price is the only concern. This doesn't have to be correct. Of course, there would be other concerns such as safety, hygiene, and things like that. So this doesn't qualify as an assumption at all. Again, this would be a very fine strengthening statement, an awesome strengthening statement saying that everything else is the same and therefore price is the only difference. So suburban hotels are being preferred because of the price. But this does not qualify as a good assumption because this doesn't have to be correct. It is possible that the suburban hotels offer lesser facilities than the downtown ones, but since people have budget constraints and very importantly suburban hotels are cheaper, that has to be established somewhere. People are making certain compromises. So that everything else is the same, this doesn't have to be correct. This won't qualify as an assumption. The next one, who uses downtown hotels and what is the time of booking? This is quite beyond the context. What is really important to be established here is that suburban hotels are cheaper. Option A does that. Most hotel customers are vacationers. This is another important trap. This would qualify as a very good strengthening statement that most hotel customers are vacationers. Vacationers have low budgets and therefore certain low budget hotels are being preferred. But that most hotel customers are vacationers, this doesn't have to be correct. So once again, this doesn't have to be correct. This cannot qualify as an assumption. A is the right choice.